Joined by Mr. Ted Hall, White River Area Agency on Aging, as we do most each and every month. And Mr. Ted Hall, good to see you again, my friend.
Great seeing you, sir.
Always a pleasure to get to come up to Batesville and visit. Of course, our program plays on Channel 6 here in Batesville, also on Channel 15 TV in Newport. And we've got some information to talk about May and what May is. And you said it was a month that belonged to me and you.
That's right.
Older Adult Month. Let's talk a little bit about that, Mr. Ted. What is Older Adult Month?
Well, you know, I think somebody somewhere designate some month or the month about something. I don't know,
right,
maybe
sure.
Whatever it is, but May is Senior Adult Month. And
right.
So we're just saying thanks. You know, we want everybody that knows someone, and everybody knows someone that they would consider a senior citizen. I'm not sure what that age is,
right.
But anyway, there's been lots of people, whether it be veterans or whoever, whether it be a school teacher or somebody, has been important in each of our lives. And we're just saying, hey, why don't you just go out and say, hey, thanks, take them to dinner, do something nice to them. So, and you know, part of our business here at White River Area Agency, we deal with folks that are 62 and 65 and older, and we provide a lot of great services. But you know, our people out in the field, I swear, David, they talk about, you know, they get almost as much out of being
sure.
around those people. And the thing about it is that the services that we provide, especially in in-home services, where we're actually cooking meals and giving baths and cleaning homes and doing those kind of things, we become a really tight family.
Absolutely, absolutely.
And if you have to have a heart for doing this kind of business, and so that's the neat thing about coming to work every day, David, is that we have the opportunity to help a lot of people. We've been doing it for 35 years, and we just want to just say, hey, this is a special month for our seniors, and we want everyone to just kind of think about that. And sometimes we just fail to think about those things.
We forget that. Absolutely, we do.
Sometimes, you know, we fail to think about family and all those kind of things till something happens.
Right.
And so why not do it before that happens, and do it, be in a positive way, and everybody should feel good about it. So anyway, that's what our message is today. It's a time to recognize our seniors, and here at White River Area Agency on Aging, we believe in that, and we believe in helping, and so it'd be a good time for our communities to reach out to our seniors.
Mr. Ted, I think sometimes that, you know, we as human beings just, you know, we don't ever want to neglect anybody, but I think
right.
sometimes that we neglect people by not doing such little things as maybe just a phone call.
Absolutely.
Maybe just an in-home visit. Maybe just a phone call and says, look, can we go to lunch? And somebody that's out there that's maybe by themselves. And you do this as a business. You have a business,
sure,
is what you
sure.
do, but you also do it as a we all need to be in that business.
Absolutely.
We all need to be in that business of thanking those folks and doing things for them.
Absolutely, absolutely.
So let me ask you this,
Okay.
designation as far as that goes, and I'm glad to have you know, I'm at that age right now. I mean, you get to be 60 years old, and, you know, senior adults, and like I say, I don't know the age about that, but you guys continue to provide a service to a lot of folks in a lot of counties. Talk
right.
a little bit about where we are, what we're doing, counties we represent, so on and so forth.
Well, of course, you know we're in 10 county areas.
Absolutely.
And of course, David, if you asked me to name every
Oh,
county,
who would?
You know, but certainly we go to Woodruff County,
Absolutely.
White County, Independence, Izard, Fulton County,
sure.
Those areas up in, I guess, north central part
right.
of the state. But what we do is simply we ask people if they have a question about any issue dealing with seniors, whatever the question is, if they'll just give us a call, and at that point in time, our folks can decide who they need to talk to. So let's say if someone needs a service, then it's really easy. They call us, and they can call us like 1-870-612-3000.
Okay.
That'll get them here at the office.
Sure.
And then if our person that talks to them feels like it needs to go a step further, then they call what we call a case manager.
Okay.
And then they make an appointment with the family, and they just, at that point in time, they just kind of listen to what they have to say, what are their needs, whether it be physical or whatever. Just going into the home, our case managers can really sum up, and they can tell, number one, if they've got any food around. Number two, if there anything or any objects like rugs or cords that might cause someone to fall, because
Sure.
that is the number one thing that kind of messes folks up.
Right.
And so just by being in the home, visiting with the folks, then we can make a determination if we need to bring aides in there or if they need something else. So it's just a matter of them making the call and letting us get in there and visit. It's not high pressure or it's
Sure.
nothing. We're just trying to see what kind of needs that the family needs. And again, we've been doing this for 35 years.
Right.
And so we've been doing something right. So we want people to know about it, of course.
Absolutely. And Mr. Ted, I think having talked with you several times on this program about sometimes as adults, well, I mean, we're all independent. We all don't want to think that we might need some
Right.
services like that. But sometimes it takes like some of the kids, the children to come in who are adults now, to come in and look and say, look, we see a need where maybe mom and dad, y'all don't really see that need right now, but let's call White River. Let's call these guys and let them come, because they can determine where the kids sit. And most of us as independent adults would say, well, I don't need any help.
Right.
But they do need help.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah, do need.
And we really get busy, especially during the holidays.
Yes, sir.
Right, whether it be Christmas, Thanksgiving,
Sure.
whatever it is, because kids come home and they see mom and dad may not be quite right. And so a lot of times we will visit with them and they will say just what you said, David. I'm fine,
Sure.
everything's good. But then sometime down the line, we get the call and say, hey, we need some help.
Yeah,
And,
everything is fine, but we need a little help.
That's right, and that's what we're here for.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Well, I know you guys been doing it a long, long time, and I know your association with this company has made it grow even further.
Well, we hope so. You bet.
Great expertise that you bring to the table, and when you have good people at the top, usually good things happen at the bottom. You know that?
Yeah, we hope so. Anyway, we have a great bunch of folks here that care about our people out there.
Folks, if you're sitting there and you're watching our program, get on the phone and call somebody. Just say hello to them. If you want to take somebody to lunch tomorrow, get on. Call them tonight, invite them to go to lunch tomorrow. Just
Great.
Take care of you senior folks. Take care of us. Mr. Ted Hall, always my pleasure to get to see you, sir.
You bet, sir. Thank you.
For the first time in a long time, in a long time,
I can't,
in a long time that we've had a malfunction. We talked for 15 minutes, and we always talk before the show, but we talked 15 minutes during the show.
Yeah. And what's sad, it was groundbreaking stuff, y'all.
No audio.
No audio.
Groundbreaking.
And now, I don't remember a thing we talked about.
Normally when that happens, and it happens once in a blue moon, and we get on here and we go, you remember what we were talking about a while ago when I said, No.
No.
So the first thing out of the chute that I asked you earlier in the program is that I heard you met the president. How did that go? No, I can't even get that right.
We're going to take that out in editing, too. Don't worry about it.
We're going to talk about customized vision care. We're going to talk about eye care. Eye vision care. Eye vision.
Eye vision care.
You don't like that, do you?
I hate that.
You
know I hate that.
Eye vision care.
Eye vision care.
It's not eye hearing care.
Well, it's not ear
Ear care. It's eye care.
How's your tooth dental care going?
It's been going pretty good. Pretty good. He's Dr. Gavin McDowell, if you didn't know that, and I know if you watch this program, you certainly appreciate our comedic routine that is absolutely excellent. I really wish we'd had that show a while ago. That was excellent.
That was good. Man, I thought we were going to win. What's the little award you get for like one of these?
We just give a cup of coffee is what we give. Oh, you talking about big time?
Well, yeah, big time. Well, I mean, we're a smaller market. I know. I mean, it's one of those things. And we're only reaching what, 60, 70 million people with this thing?
Yeah. Grammy Awards.
Grammys.
Yeah, that's what I call them.
I want a daytime Emmy. That's what we're going to do. But I feel I'll be like the Susan Lucci of eye care, I guess.
You are. Eye vision care.
Eye vision care. And that's the reason we're snubbed, because
That's
you keep
right.
using that.
That's right. Eye vision care. Doc,
Yes.
tell me about seriously.
Okay.
Seriously. I want to know about, and our viewers want to know about, common, everyday eye disorders, eye diseases that you see, that when patients come in, that they say, Doc, I've got this particular thing that doesn't have anything to do with my vision, but it has something to do with my health of my eye.
Okay.
Talk a little bit about some of those.
Okay. Well, look, we talked earlier.
Yes, we did.
In the better program that you're totally going to be avoided from. And I was talking about allergic retinopathy, stuff like that.
Right.
Let's talk about more general specs.
Okay.
You got an eye that bugs you or hurts or it's irritated. It could be allergies.
Okay.
It could be bacteria.
Okay.
It could be virus.
Okay.
So those, well, and there could be a lot of things, but that's
Right.
usually the big three.
Common.
And
type
people
stuff.
always look at, oh, you got pink eye. Let's calm down with that a little bit. Pink eye in its truest form is
What
going to
is
be
that?
viral. That's a
Okay.
viral conjunctivitis. And when people get scared with pink eye, it's because they think you're going to infect the entire neighborhood with,
Gotcha, right,
with
yeah.
your,
Got that,
your puffy eye. That's not necessarily the case. It could be bacterial, which is not going to spread. We all have bacteria that live on us all the time. We have, different things happen to our eyes in different processes with bacterial conjunctivitis. Now, we go to viral conjunctivitis. Yeah, you come and see me with viral conjunctivitis, I'll treat you and I'll tell you what we're going to do and get you out of here, and I'm going to set the room on fire because I don't want anybody else catching that from you. But
Sure.
vast majority of people come to see me who say they have pink eye. It's bacteria. We throw antibiotics at it, sometimes a combination drop, and get you patched up. You'll be good as almost new in 3 to 4 days usually.
Okay.
Viral stuff not going to go away that quickly. It's going to be about a 10-day process.
Tough disorder, 10 days.
Oh yeah,
10
it's
days.
about 10 days.
Yeah. Just like you get a virus of any kind. I mean, it takes a little while.
You're done with it until your immune system can take care of it.
Absolutely.
But what we're getting a lot these days is allergic conjunctivitis. A lot of allergies in the eye where your eyes just itching like crazy. You just want to dig into them. Yeah, over-the-counter stuff you get for allergies and all that it's not good. It's
waste of money.
It is a waste of money, and because I'll put it this way: what if you do have allergic conjunctivitis? What if you have an allergy in your eye and you run to the store and you get that allergy drop made by a big name?
Sure.
That big name is going to have some washing agents in your eye. It's going to help you, but everything else they pack into that stuff to call it an allergy medication, it's going to dry your eye out. And even after, even if it does help with the itch, it's going to cause that drying to give you more problems with itching later on down the road.
Just to irritate it more.
It's another way. It's a way for them to help promote use of their drops.
Sure.
So that's why I tell people, if you've got red eye, don't use Visine. If you got Visine in your home right now, go get it, throw it out your back door, because it is horrible.
Good stuff.
It's not good stuff.
Not good stuff. All right, let me ask you this. Glaucoma. Everybody knows that term. Everybody understands that term, that we don't know what it is, but we know glaucoma, eye disorder.
Eye disorder. Eye vision disorder.
Eye vision disorder. So tell me about it. Could be. Tell us about glaucoma.
Glaucoma is usually related to a process where the eye gains too much pressure.
Okay.
And if it gets too much pressure, it'll start pushing back on the back of the eye, and it damages the nerve fibers in the back of the eye. That nerve fiber is what's responsible for getting the information from the front of the eye to the brain.
Okay.
If you mess up that connection, then you are hosed. I mean, and like I said earlier in the Better program.
The other program that you didn't get to see or hear. You could have seen it, they just couldn't hear it.
And I'll tell you, I was spewing wisdom.
You were.
Like that. I was on a roll.
You were on a roll.
Man, I even sounded smart.
Yeah,
but anyway.
Yeah, you did.
Anytime you damage your vision with glaucoma, it's permanent damage. It's gone. It's not coming back. And I could strap the Hubble Space Telescope to your head. You're not going to see right if you damage your vision with glaucoma. So it's very, very important that you catch it early, because glaucoma is easily treatable. I mean, there's drops, there's surgeries, there's a lot of different methods we could use to control glaucoma, but I can't prevent it and I can't make it go away. So you gotta, if you're at risk for glaucoma, you need to be seen at bare minimum every 6 months.
Who's at risk? Tell me some of the people who are at risk.
People of color over the age of 45, whether you're Hispanic, Asiatic, or African American.
Okay.
If you're diabetic, if you got high blood pressure,
at risk.
if you got a family member with glaucoma,
okay.
There's a lot of different things, and there's a lot of things inside your eye that when we look at you, you're like, we make measurements and stuff. You could be at risk and not even have any of those risk factors that you know of. I could just look in there and be like, you got this, and we need to watch that a little bit more closely. But that's okay. The whole thing, you got to be preventative. I have people come all the time who they'll go 3, 4, 5 years before they get their eyes checked. Well, I'm seeing okay, doc.
Right, yeah, seeing, but they forget the health part.
Exactly.
They forget the health part, yes.
And my thing of it is I relate it to this. How often did you go to the dentist? How often do you go to the dentist?
Well, probably more than I go to the eye doctor. I mean,
it's usually about every 6 months to
get a checkup.
Get a cleaning.
Yeah,
get a checkup.
absolutely.
What happens if every tooth in your head falls out?
well, you're in trouble.
And you got to get dentures.
Yeah, you're in
You
trouble.
can function with dentures.
Yeah, you can. I got
What happens if your eyes go rotten out of
You
your
can
skull?
function, but you can't see.
Yeah,
you can't,
yeah.
You can't
There's
function
no.
very
I'm
well.
not going to get you a pair of George Washington wooden eyeballs, and you're going
Right.
to walk around seeing. It's not. That doesn't how. It's not how it works.
Yeah. So the point being to everybody is that to get a when you talk about your not just vision, not your seeing vision, but the health of your eye, so important to take care of. So important. Once a year, twice a year. How often should we come for a health?
Bare minimum. If you're healthy, you need a yearly eye exam,
Okay.
and that's all it takes. And you'd be very surprised, very, very surprised, in the sense that most of your health coverages have a routine vision exam built into your coverage. You're already paying for it.
Anyway.
It's available to you. Even if you don't have vision coverage, what you have to understand with most vision insurances, all vision insurance does is pay for your glasses and contacts, stuff like that. If you need corrective lenses.
Got you.
Or let's say you're a healthy 35-year-old female who sees perfectly well. I can see TV, I read fine, I get no headaches, no issues. Most people think, oh, I don't need to go get my eyes checked. But just because your vision's right doesn't mean you don't need to go
I was going to
get
ask
your
that
stuff
question.
checked
Yeah, if
out.
you've got 20/20 vision, you could have some eye health
There's a lot of
problems.
stuff that can happen inside the eye that does not affect vision whatsoever.
Absolutely. So it's important, very important.
Very, very important.
Absolutely.
And you'd be surprised, your medical insurance, even if you don't have vision insurance, will often cover that exam.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Well,
So
I think
if
it's very
money's
very,
an issue, I mean,
well, it should not be an issue when it comes to your eyes. It doesn't matter whether it's covered or not. I mean,
Exactly.
whatever the cost is, you need to pay.
Exactly.
If you don't have any insurance, I mean, get your eyes checked.
that's why I
but
jack my prices way high.
You're telling a lie. Why you just don't start on that? Don't start on that. Well, you usually get what you pay for, but I don't know in this case.
No. That's why we try to get good material stuff in here, because the quality of care may be a little bit iffy.
Doc, I enjoy doing this program with you. It's always funny. And it's entertaining, and not just funny and entertaining, but it's also educational to find out about your eye and the health of the eye. We encourage you to come see us.
I dare you.
Yeah, just double dog dare you to come see us, whether you got any money or not.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
Well, I mean, no.
Well, you
I
got
like
a credit
electricity.
card?
I want to keep it on.
You got a credit card? We take credit card, Visa, MasterCard. Good to see you, my friend. As always, it's a pleasure to see Dr. Gavin McDowell at Customized Vision Care. Good to see you, sir.
You too.
She is Sharon Stracker. I am David Black, and we're here to talk about the Dairy Queen like we do each and every month here on our program. We're grilling and chilling, as always, at the Dairy Queen. Hi, Miss Sharon.
Hi, how are you?
I'm wonderful. Beautiful day on the outside.
It's a good day in the neighborhood.
Yes, it is. Neighborhoods, everybody's been circling around, going through the drive-thru. You had a busy day. I've been here. I came here first at 10:30, busy. 11:30, busy. 12:15, busy. I'm here at 2:30 in the afternoon, busy.
That's right. That's the way we like it.
You gotta stay busy, don't you?
You got to stay busy. Keep doing these commercials.
That's right. Hey, let's not talk about commercial. Let's talk about product. Let's talk about blizzards. Let's talk about Blizzard of the Month. What are we doing for this beautiful May weather we're going to have?
May has got the #1 blizzard of by choice. All the fan club voted on this, and it's the cotton candy.
#1.
#1
So we're doing that for the month.
for the month, and it will be continued probably through this year. I'm hoping. I don't know.
I got to looking at these things, not to interrupt, but to look.
Okay.
When you talk about Oreo cookie, and you talk about cookie dough and mint Oreo and double fudge cookie dough, banana cream pie, banana split, strawberry cheesecake, y'all got lots of
We
blizzards.
have a lot of blizzards, and we've got the brownie batter is back.
Yeah.
We have a peanut butter smash blizzard. We've got, there's 4 on the menu now that for celebrating our 75 years of being a Dairy Queen. And
Oh, is that right?
yeah, we just got all kinds of things happening.
I bet you do. Treats, treats, treats. Talk about the grill. Talk about let's talk about our $5 lunchbox. With $5, we can feed you.
We
can
sure
feed
can. 3 chicken strips, fries, gravy and a drink, and a sundae for $5.
It's cheap. You cannot eat anywhere in the country for $5.
That's
can
right.
you?
You sure can.
And it's all good.
It's all good, and we got our new DQ bakes that are just wonderful. I'm probably eating too many, but
that's okay.
The turkey BLT, the chicken bacon ranch. We put the grilled chicken on ciabatta bread now. We have a mozzarella chicken. It's on focaccia bread. It's all really, really good.
Went on the menu, and I looked at this little brochure here, and when it says iron grill, that just sounds good, doesn't it?
Yeah, well, wait a minute. We don't really have the iron grill. Grill
But it
anymore.
tastes the Iron Grill.
Yeah, it
tastes
does.
like the Iron Grill.
Yeah, because all of our burgers are char-broiled over
Sure,
a Nico.
absolutely.
They're not flipped and soaked in that grease.
Right, absolutely.
They're
But they
wonderful.
are wonderful when
They
they're cooked
are.
the way they are. Talk a little bit, Miss Sharon, about being here in this community and giving back, because I know that you and Paul Strecker, y'all continue to give back to this community. Talk a little bit about that.
Well, we do. We try to help all the local schools in some way or another. You know, we're a big sponsor of Children's Miracle Network. We sponsor, we had a Neighbors in Education sponsored the newspaper. The kids had to read so many articles
Sure.
and do things
Right.
and make pictures. We just, you know, I try to work with the elementary schools as much as I can to, you know, when they need donations or they need to come here on field trips, we do that. You know, graduation's coming up,
Yeah.
so, you know, we're going to sponsor the graduation parties and help in any way we can, because, you know, it's the neighborhood, the people in this county and the surrounding towns that keep us in business, and we appreciate them.
Well, you certainly do, and that's one of the reasons that you give back. You give back because the community's been so good to you. And I often talk about, you know, you got to have good product, you got to have, you know, you got to have fair pricing, and you got to have pretty good service. And then it's people. It's all about people. And well, once again, when the Streckers are in charge, you're going to get something good. There's no doubt about it.
We try to do our very best.
Tell us about in the afternoons and that critical what we call happy hour that lasts more than an hour.
Happy hour between 2 and 4, Monday through Friday. All of our drinks, our milkshakes, our lattes, anything you sip through a straw is half price.
Half price.
Half price.
During happy hour, that is from 2 to 4.
And then our $5 lunch, it goes from 11 to 4, 7 days a week.
Wow.
Can't beat that.
Get a little early supper at 3:30 in the afternoon or a little late lunch, either one, huh?
That's right, or an after-school snack.
Sharon Strecker, Dairy Queen, Grill and Chill, St. Louis Street in Batesville, been here a long time. We appreciate you folks doing business with us. Come on back, we've got something special. Thank you, girl.
You're welcome.
Well, Jay, it's another fun day at Lindley. Today just happens to be an extra special day today. Miss Vanita Swab, it's her 106th birthday. That's right, 106.
Well, you know, Sherry, I hope that one of these days I can make it that long. She has lived such a wonderful life. People in this community know her, and everybody here in the facility loves her. And we are having just such an awesome time this afternoon, and all of our residents are out, and we're having birthday cake and punch and cookies. And I tell you what, it's just a good afternoon. We got to see her sit on a Harley Davidson motorcycle and get her picture
dance.
made. She had a young date. This guy walking up on camera right here. We want to introduce everyone to the Miss Vanita Swab's date for the afternoon. And he's one of our newer employees here at Lindley, and so we're just honored to have him and escorting Miss Vanita Swab in today, and just being a blessing to her.
That's right. And we just want everybody to come out and have such a good time and enjoy the day with Miss Vanita, because it is a special day. 106 years old. That is awesome.
That is. And you know, we do have birthday celebrations for all of our residents.
We do.
You know, once a month we have a big birthday celebration for everyone that has birthdays throughout the month, and other special times as well. But this one is very unique to be 106 years old.
106.
She's seen a lot of changes throughout her life, and
She has.
she's got family here celebrating with her. And I tell you what, I love to see the smile on her face
I do
as
too.
well as everyone else.
Right. And the mayor, you know, came out and gave her a key to the city. How awesome is that? You know, that is just extra special. So.
Maybe one of these days you and I will get a key to the city.
Maybe.
We're about to have a huge birthday celebration for this young lady, Miss Vanita Swab. Let's put our hands together and look at her. 106 years old. Come on, we can do better than that. Let's hear you. All right, we're going to sing Happy Birthday. And I'm not going to sing in this microphone, so I'm going to need all of you to help me. On the count of 3, let's sing Happy Birthday. 1, 2, 3.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday.
make some noise one more time. Also, we have a guest with us today, the mayor of the city of Newport, Mr. David Stewart. Would you step out and just wave to everybody? Yes. We also have a presentation, so if we could welcome our mayor to come up and make a presentation to Ms. Benita Swab, we can do so at this time. We're so glad that all of you are here, all staff and family and friends, and we have plenty of refreshments and birthday cake, and we want everybody just to come by and say happy birthday to her and just let her know how much you love her and appreciate her. And we want you to have a good time with us this afternoon. We got a special treat for this squad this afternoon. We brought in this Harley motorcycle. Think she might go for a ride on it. I think we can at least get some pictures made this afternoon. We'll get it out there.
John Kent, Kent's Firestone, one of the infamous Kent brothers, Batesville, Arkansas. How are you, my friend?
infamous or
Yeah, you know.
infamous?
Yeah, either one
Either
for you,
way.
sir. Either one. How's John Kent?
I'm fine.
We came to film on a Wednesday, and when we got here, it was kind of like another busy day at Kent's Firestone, just like always here.
And it's so pretty outside. We would normally be sitting on the bench, but the parking lot's so full of cars, we couldn't get to the bench.
It was
Or we could
today,
get to
yeah.
the bench, but the camera would have to got up in the back of that pickup truck out there, wouldn't it?
That's right. That's absolutely right. Busy time of year. People are getting automobiles serviced, and that's what we do. Let's talk about it.
What do you want to know?
I want to know everything about Kent's Firestone.
Okay, well, listen. Summer driving's coming up. The kids are already anticipating getting out of school because they're making up the snow days with early, late school schedules. So, because the teachers and the staff at the school want to get out too.
They
you see.
do.
So, traveling's coming up. What a better time to bring it into Kent's Firestone. Let's go over the basics for you, you know, make sure the oil is right, make sure the brakes are good and you'll stop, make sure that everything's tip-top for that trip. While you're here, we'll look at those tires, you know, and if you need some tires, we're going to have some sales going on, and some that are so secret, I can't even mention them on TV.
Well, that's okay.
Yeah.
We'll let them know when they come, won't
But
we?
now one we're going to tell them about. Right here behind us, we have the all-new Bridgestone Run Flat Drive Guard. This sale was supposed to end April the 30th, but they've continued it into May. They'll get the $70 rebate. So that's one that I'm publicly going to announce.
$70 back.
Yeah, and this is the one that if mother has a flat or daughter has a flat, she can go up to 50 miles at 50 miles an hour before we change that and put the spare on or get it fixed.
You know, we often talk about technology and computers, and we talk about technology in a technological world. There's a lot of technology that goes into having a tire that will roll after it's
That's
flat.
right.
There's
That's
a
right.
lot of
And
technology.
if they want to know how that works and don't like my explanation, I have a little video here right behind us that I can show them, and they can see for themselves how the engineers built this tire. And the nice thing about it is always run flats have been just for the high performance cars. And,
Sure.
And this is now for the touring passenger cars, and it rides and handles just like a regular passenger car tire.
Right, absolutely.
And it has the eco feature built into it, which will increase their fuel mileage. So it's a win-win situation.
I often talk about in years past when they came with the technology was the steel belted radial tire. I mean, it was huge in the market of tire. I mean, it would change the tire industry, and another deal that eventually will change the whole tire industry. And you can get those right here at Kent's Firestone.
That's right.
And you can get them, and you can get a little discount too, can't you?
Right there.
Yes, sir.
$70 back on a Visa card that you can spend on whatever you want to, wherever you want to.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
You know, it doesn't have to come back here to get it. Why, you can take that on the vacation trip with you.
Absolutely. A little extra bucks.
And when you get down to Walt Disney World, it'll buy you half a sandwich.
That's right.
But that's neither here nor there.
And
you
a
know.
small water. Free. Yeah, you get free water.
There ain't no free water.
That's right. Anywhere, is there?
No.
That's another deal. Buying bottles of water. Did you ever think we'd see the day that we had to pay for water?
Our grandfathers would absolutely go nuts
Would
if
they not?
If they said, "What do you got there, boy?" I got a bottle of water. Where'd you get a bottle of water? I bought it at the store.
Yeah.
Bought it at the. You bought a bottle. How much was that? Is $1? You paid $1 for a bottle of water? Yeah.
You're right. Yeah, it's unreal that you have to pay for water. John, you guys continue to I mean, just be the leader in the industry of what you do. And every time we come to film here, you guys are constantly busy. And Bobby and Ronnie and all your crew in the shop just do a marvelous job of taking care of folks. And customer service and customer satisfaction has kept you guys here a few years.
Well, I always say that the guy down the street selling tires,
Right,
the
absolutely.
guy down the street selling oil, but they don't always provide the service before, during, and after the sale that we do here at Kent's. So that's our main forte. You know, we have great products. We don't sell the cheap stuff that comes off the ships from wherever.
Right.
And but we do sell the quality product that's going to give you the best performance. Do you know that this tire is a little more than the other tires.
Right, okay.
But this is the least expensive tire in the store. Because when the others that I can sell you for less that are good tires are dead and gone, you got to buy another set.
Right.
Guess where this one's going to be?
Still rolling.
Still on your car.
Yes,
rolling.
sir. Still
That's
rolling.
Right.
Still
and it's
rolling.
already saved you $400 in fuel.
Right.
And Lord of mercy, it gets real inexpensive then.
I guarantee
That's what you call low cost per mile.
That is right. That is right.
Now, I understand not everybody wants to spend that amount of money, but we can probably help you spend that amount of money and give you some terms, spread it out over a few paydays, and help you. I've got a little frog in my throat.
I know I'm trying to get out of there, but I keep it in. Keep him in.
Excuse me, folks. But anyway, it's the least expensive thing you can buy in the long run.
Yeah, I think anytime you make a quote an investment up front and then you say, well, it's more and it costs more, and a lot of times it doesn't cost more, and just like you're talking about. John, when you talk about what you guys provide, I mean, you've got tires, you've got oil, you've got those things. And in all fairness, people come back here because not only did they get a good deal and they got a fair price and they got a good product, but it's all about you guys. It's all about you. I mean, people do business with people, and they like doing business with the Kent brothers, no doubt.
Well, and it's not a day goes by that somebody comes in and says they need something done to the car, and I get the pad to write them up, and I say, have you had your car in here before? You've been in here before? No, I haven't, but so-and-so told me to come here.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that's the key to any successful business is not only repeat customers, but repeat customers that send you new customers. So
I think if you guys keep it up for a little while longer, I think you can establish your name right here in this city, and maybe people will recognize that you're going to be here for a little while.
It's like the old man said, we still are learning.
John Kent, good to see you, my friend. It's always a pleasure.
And don't forget, at Kent's Firestone, you can drive away with time to pay.
We're at St. Michael's Place, and we get to meet the newest member, or one of the newest members of the administrative staff. When you start talking about administrative staff, you have to start at the top. Catherine Fisher is at the top of the ladder here, being the new administrator at St. Michael's Place. Congratulations.
Well, thank you. It's really a pleasure to be here.
I bet it is, and this is the second turnaround and second time here. We'll talk a little bit about that, but tell us a little bit about you and where you grew up and what in the world got you into to this type of business.
Well, I actually born and raised at Cushman.
Okay.
That's a little bit north of Batesville.
Right.
And moved into Batesville whenever I graduated high school, got married and had children.
Okay.
And I have a daughter that's 27 and a son that is 20. He'll be 21 in September, and he serves in the military.
Oh, congratulations.
He's actually stationed in El Paso.
Okay.
And I have two beautiful granddaughters.
Good deal.
And,
so let me ask you this, Catherine. And being in this business, tell the story we talked a little bit about before we got on the air here. Tell us a little bit about how, from the very beginning, you got to be the administrator of St. Michael's Place from the beginning when you first took your job in anything that was similar to this. Tell us the story.
Well, I actually started, my very first nursing home facility was in Batesville, and I started out as a housekeeping supervisor.
Okay.
And I did that for a little while, and I had actually worked at Eastman Kodak as a maintenance coordinator, and they had a position open right here at Pinedale at the time for a maintenance supervisor. So I came down here and applied, and I got the job.
Wow.
So I was maintenance and housekeeping supervisor for a while, and then the front office came open, HR, and I said, can I have that, because I was on call 24/7.
Need something a little less stressful.
Yeah.
Move up the corporate ladder here.
That's right. And so I went to HR, and I did that for a while, and then I did activities for a while, and I did social services for a while, and I did marketing and admissions. I drove the van for a while, and then it come time that I could go through the AIT program and get my administrator license, and I did that in 2009. Okay. So I actually worked here from 2000 until 2009, but I did have one small break, and I worked up here at, it's now Unity Hospital, but it was Harris Hospital.
That's correct. Yeah, I remember that now. I sure do. I sure do. And then you go from there, you spend a little time, and then you leave here. Then you go and tell us about where you went after you left here.
Well, I left here, and I went and I got my administrator license, and I didn't work for a whole year. I thought, you know, I'm just going to relax for a while. And then in Batesville there was a home open, and I took that position and worked there a little over 3 years, and it sold. And a lot of times, 9 times out of 10, when they sell,
Sure.
they have different management.
Absolutely, make changes.
And
Sure
that's what happened. And after there, I left and went to Jacksonville for a little over a year, and did real well there. Heard about the position here.
Right,
and
tell
I
us, I
thought,
love it, yeah.
I've got to get back home.
Right.
And I applied, and that same afternoon I interviewed with the owner, and had a job offer. I took it, then turned it down, then I thought, no, I got to do it. And so here I am.
Well, and I know this, I know that you have told me when we visited last month that it wasn't all decisions are tough decisions, but you knew that it was a good decision from the very moment that you applied for the job, and you've made a good decision, no doubt.
I really feel like I did. And when I came in for the very first day, it felt like coming home.
Right.
I mean, you just get that feeling in your heart. And to work here for almost 9 years in the past, it was coming home.
Well, not only coming home, but you brought some people with you. You brought some homies with you. I mean, some people that have worked with you before.
My director of nursing, she actually worked with me at Batesville.
Right.
And then, like I said, new ownership, new management. And then she went to Jacksonville with me and worked. And then we're together here too. So we brought some of my own little team, and we just want to be the best that we can be.
It says a lot about you when people will follow you where you go. It does, especially in the higher positions, to say, look, you know, you got to have key people at the top. You have to have key people at the middle. You got to have key people at the bottom. And if you can have those people like you do, those ones who put their trust in you and you in them, then it sure makes working a lot better. But tell me about healthcare in general, and what is it that excites you about coming to work every day, or what's the feeling that you get? Because you got to have a special heart. You got to have a special heart to be in this business.
Just to see your residents smile, just to know that you make a difference.
That's cool.
That's what it's in it for me. I'm not a nurse.
Right.
But to just interact with them and see them smile. That's
amazing.
what does it for me.
That's amazing. If somebody needs to get a hold of you or have some questions about the facility, how do we do that? What do we do?
Well, you can either come by the facility located here at 1311 North Pecan Street, or they can call at 870-523-9514. And we'll give a tour anytime, day or night, answer any questions.
She's Catherine Fisher. She's the administrator of St. Michael's Place in Pecan Street in Newport, and it's a great addition to the great team out here at St. Michael's. And welcome home, young lady.
Well, it's really good to be home.
Let's continue on with more of our show. Martin Kia, south of everything, and my good friend Jeff Zelasco, and it's always a pleasure, sir.
Yes, it is.
What's going on today at Martin Kia? Beautiful sunshiny day when we film, but it's been a busy day. The media has been here today.
Media's been here, and so have the customers. It's been busy all morning, and we're grateful for that as always. May is here already. Can you believe it?
Well, it's May, and the weather the last couple of days has been a little cooler than what a May would be, but boy, hey, it's a beautiful day today.
It's a beautiful day.
It's a busy time of year. Yes. Lots of things going on in May.
Lots of things.
Yeah.
And we have yellow cars for everybody.
We do?
We do, yeah.
Springtime yellow cars.
And when you get tired of it, we'll just rinse it off for you.
That's right.
Then the true color will show.
That's right. Pollen's in the air.
It's in the air, all right.
Yes, sir. So we've been extremely busy at Martin Kia, and we thank all of our great customers who continue to make us a great success story. But hey, there's no doubt, Jeff, we talk about it a lot. It starts from the top. You start from the top, and you go down to the last person standing. You've got just a great dealership here.
Team effort, and I've got a good team. I've said it a lot. I'm proud of all of them, and proud of their product knowledge, and we keep training and working, and we won a bunch of awards last year. Nick won a silver award. We've talked about that earlier.
Right.
He's been in the paper with that and made the Kia magazine, and we're just, you know, it's all because of our customers though.
Well, you got a great customer base, and you got a great, you know, repeat and referral business coming in. It's all about people. I mean, it's all about what you guys do and how you treat customers when they walk in the door. And we've been doing it for the last several years. And obviously, according to the numbers, again, we talk about numbers all the time on the show, the numbers show that we're doing it right.
We hope so. We're trying to. We're trying to. And summer's coming up, and people are going to be traveling. And we have got new travel vehicles. You know, we've talked about the Sorrento last month.
Sure.
It's longer, it's wider. It's a 2016.
Right.
You can get a 4-cylinder turbo engine, and I can personally attest, I drove one to Branson and got 34 miles per gallon in it going to Branson. It was very impressed. Nice, quiet ride. Somebody was with us and commented about how quiet and smooth the ride was in that car. I said, yeah, this is a Kia.
Well, you and I have talked a lot on this show about where Kia was several years ago to where we are today. We're a new brand. We're a new company. We're a new automobile, and we're one of the leaders.
Changing.
Yeah, still changing.
Yes.
Still for the better.
Motor Trend took our new Sedona, which we talked about, and compared it to the other van makers and gave us the top scores. Said they think Sedona's the best van on the market. That's Motor Trend. You know,
Motor Trend magazine.
Very respected on their opinions.
Absolutely.
But we've got a great inventory. We've got 130 on the ground right now. I've been ramping up because the 16s we're in production on 16s. We got 16 Sorrentos here, but I've actually tried to build our inventory up, getting ready for the summer lull as we transition over to 16 models earlier than the other manufacturers. So we're stocked up with 130 here, and we've got colors, packages, price points, about anything you can want, we've got available to you.
Hey, there's no doubt when you walk on the lot, and I just spent 30 minutes out there just looking around while you were busy, and you talk about the price point of cars. You have some that are there's nothing like it. There's no base car anymore. There's no such thing as a base car, but some that doesn't have a lot of options on it, some that are hard loaded, that have a lot more options on it. So I think a price point that pretty well will fit anybody's budget.
We hope so. I will tell you this. You talked about a base car. I had a guy call me a few weeks ago. He said, I'm looking for a base car with a manual transmission. I'm told you can't find those anymore. I said, well, you can at most places, but you can here. I said, I've got one with crank windows, air conditioning, radio, you know, and a manual transmission, and it gets 43 miles a gallon, and it's $13,490.
Less than 14
with a 10-year warranty.
Right, new car.
He said, well, I was looking at a used car, but I'll be down at your place sometime tomorrow. He showed up and bought the car.
Is that right?
But yeah, we do have, you know, if you want the old basics, we can still get those.
Right.
We can still get those.
Well, and you talk about luxury, and maybe at one time we weren't as luxurious as what we are now, and like you talk about continuing to get better, but you can find luxury in the Kia lineup.
Yeah, and the thing is with Kia, and we've talked about this over and over again, when you take our car or SUV and you look at the features that are on that vehicle, and then you add the warranty to it, and you look at, they're only asking this?
Yeah, the bottom of that price on the window.
Somewhere else, it's a lot more. Matter of fact, case in point, we had a couple out here this morning, and they said, where are the used Kias? Because we want one with about 10,000, 20,000 miles on it.
Right.
And I happened to be standing out there, and the salesman was talking to them, and I just walked over and I introduced myself. I said, I got a question. Why do you want to buy a used car that doesn't have any warranty left on it, or less than half the warranty left, when you can have a new car for the same money?
Right. With the full warranty.
And the guy looked at me and said, I don't know, why? I said, that's my question, because we've got them here with a 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty, 560 bumper to bumper, starting about price. And I said, I've even got zero interest for 66 months.
Right, right.
And he said, I'll take that one right there.
Is that right?
And they did. I mean, it didn't happen exactly that fast, but he did pick out a color, and they ended in a different color. But yeah, he got zero for 66 months. He paid, well, I don't care to say, this car was under $16,000.
Right, right. Yeah, again, brand new automobiles. Yeah. Brand new automobiles.
Well, I'm not putting down the manufacturer, but most people have a 336 bumper-to-bumper warranty on the car.
Sure.
So if you buy a used car that's got 20,000 miles, half your warranty is gone. So you got to spend $2,000 to get a service contract to cover it up there, when you can have a new Kia and have all that.
Well, there's no doubt that if you look what Kia has done for for corporate America. I mean, in the automobile industry. And then to add on top of that, what we've done at Martin Kia is just, I mean, I think it's one of the great success stories in the automobile industry ever, to see what you guys have done. Just looking at the numbers of selling and customer satisfaction is simply been outstanding. So not only are people buying these automobiles, they're happy with them, and they're coming back and get others.
Matter of fact, we keep this out in the lobby. We get customer comments and that they make from their surveys,
right?
And we put them out here for people to see. But want to switch channels just a minute. You know,
okay.
It is May, and graduation time is coming.
Yeah.
And Kia recognizes, well, Memorial Day is May, and May also. Kia recognizes college grads, whether you've been in a 2-year program, a 4-year program, or you're in a master's program, with a $400 extra incentive above all the other incentives on any new product. They also recognize people that served in the military,
sure,
whether you're in the reserves or you're retired, with $400 extra incentive. It's just their way of saying, good job.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Saying a thank you.
Yeah.
And we can all say thank you, but they're saying thank you by providing you a few extra $100.
Exactly.
Yeah, no doubt, it's outstanding.
Yeah. And the military is even eligible, their spouse is eligible for that as well. So if your husband or partner served in the military and they are deceased, you bring their military DD-214 or a discharge paper and your marriage license, so you're married, and you can still get the $400.
That's a good deal.
So, you know, there's a few military widows out there, and we've give several of those the $400 incentive.
Right.
Happy to do it.
Well, you mentioned the incentives, and you mentioned about May and it being graduation time. And what an opportunity, because a lot of people get their first car, their kids get their first car at graduation, and a lot of times people are out looking for a good, solid, used car, just like you mentioned a while ago. But what an opportunity here to step up, and if you've got a child going to college or going to work or whatever the case may be, you put them in a new car, not a used car. You put them in a warranty, and graduation's a busy time, and we'll sell a lot of automobiles during graduation.
Roadside assistance too.
Absolutely.
So you've got no worries.
Yeah, absolutely. Talking about changing gears, I want to mention that you have somebody that you want to talk a little bit about and make sure that she gets recognized on TV.
That is right. You know, most people in the Batesville area know Judy Presley, and Judy's truck, the old Blue Ranger. Well, Judy doesn't have the Ranger anymore. Judy got a brand new silver Kia Forte.
Okay.
So when you see Judy running around town honking her horn and stuff and you can't find her, it's because she's driving a Kia now, not a Ford.
Well,
and we're glad she is.
Yes, no doubt. And,
Judy's a good advertiser and a good promoter for Mark Martin and Mark Martin Kia.
Well, Jeff, there's lots of people out there that are good promoters for you guys.
That's true.
And I find myself, when I'm at a restaurant or a pull-in or wherever, a convenience store, and I see the Mark Martin stickers on the back, and I ask them, what do you enjoy? What was most pleasurable about buying a car? Because that's not a pleasurable experience. And they said, well, it was just easy. It was just easy. Nobody says, I want to go have fun on a Saturday afternoon and go buy a car. But if you can go buy a car on a Saturday afternoon and have fun, it sure makes it a lot easier.
Yeah.
And that happens here.
We get that a lot. We had a gentleman in here yesterday that used to own an auto dealership. And he brought his sister in here brought her to buy a Kia. He used to be a GM dealer, but brought her to buy a Kia, and they bought a Sportage. And his comment to us was, he said, you guys have this down. He said, you really make this easy and nice. He said, and I appreciate it.
I think everybody appreciates it. Absolutely, they appreciate it. And not only do they buy it, they send us more customers.
Yeah, they do.
Time after time again.
After time. And we appreciate it so much. And we reward them for sending them.
Talk a little bit about, and we mention this a lot, and I often told you, if we shot a commercial back in the shop, if we shot, the Kia guys, like the Maytag repairman, when it comes to the...
He's a frustrated person.
Well, he's a very frustrated person. He gets to work very little. He still gets paid, but he gets to work very little because, and all automobiles are going to tear up. I mean,
they do.
They're made by man, absolutely,
and computers.
Machines and computers. But and that's why Kia gives us such a great warranty, just in case it does break down.
We'll take care of it.
Absolutely, you will.
And we talk about here, we keep brand new cars for our customers. That if you've got an incident where your car's going to be in our shop overnight, or if it's in our shop during the daytime, you come in here and you can drive off, you can go shopping, you can go make your day or make your days and not have to worry about transportation.
Right, absolutely.
We just do that as a courtesy to our customers.
Well, we know we have a great product, get great service, and the warranty's fantastic. On the used side, and I want to brag a little bit here about, I don't know where else you can go in the country that has a, quote, a used car manager who's on top of the game like the general manager is. Mooney Star, the guy who is as knowledgeable about automobiles as you can find anywhere in the country. This guy will give more for a trade-in than anybody will. And that certainly helps us in us selling our Kias.
He does, and I don't know if you made the loop around the corner, but we have a 72 Galaxy
Saw
500.
Saw it.
Sedan, cream puff.
Yes.
Sitting out here behind the dealership. And you know, we trade for stuff. I'm kind of amazed in this day and age at how many people come to buy a car and don't bring their trade in.
Right, yeah.
I still hadn't got that yet.
Right. Yeah.
But Mooney, you know, if you describe it to him good, you know, he'll give you a figure for it without seeing it, and if it's like you said it was, we're going to be good. But
absolutely.
You know, that don't stop us from trading. If you don't have your car and you want to trade, matter of fact, we had some people that got brought in here this morning from Oklahoma City.
Really?
Had a Grand Marquis, and their kids had been teasing them, telling them they need to update.
Right.
Well, they had friends here that knew one of the salespeople and brought them out here, and they bought a new Kia Optima. We're going to deliver it to Oklahoma City next week and bring their Grand Marquis back. We've traded for it sight unseen, but I mean that's just part of the new age of car business.
Well, you have to be on top of the game, and no doubt that Mooney is when it comes to, you know, the market, and the market fluctuates on a weekly basis. I mean, it's not a yearly basis, not a month. It fluctuates on a weekly basis, and if you're not on top of that, then you can miss yourself some deals. But if you're on top of it, you'll make yourself some deals. And if you're making yourself a deal, talking about the dealership, then we as a consumer are getting a great deal on an automobile.
That's right, and it's sometimes I'll look at his price and go, how much? Wow.
Absolutely.
But again, I have to remind myself, we're able to step up on some older stuff that's not notable.
Sure.
Because of our pre-owned centers.
Sure.
Where we can help people out that have some credit problems, or if you want to pay cash, you can go there and pay cash.
Absolutely.
But we've got some cars that you won't find on a lot of used car lots because we have these outlets for them.
Well, and you've got an outlet for a used automobile, and you can give a few more $100 for it. It could be a deal breaker sometime. Could be it is a deal breaker sometime. Most people will talk when they buy an automobile, I want a good deal. I want a good price.
Certainly.
And they come in and might ask for a price and get the price, but when it comes down to it, it's not the price of the car. It's the value that you get in trading automobiles with a dealership and what happens to you after the fact.
That's
exactly Can you take care of me down the road?
And we will. And with Mark's name, we're going to be here to do it.
Yeah, he was helping shoot a commercial that'll play on Channel 8 that you folks will see, and drives a Kia.
Drives the Kia.
Martin drives a Kia.
Well, not only Mark, Mark's wife, Arlene's daughter, and their son-in-law, who's a service manager for a GM dealership out in Tennessee, he drives a Kia.
Is that right? Is that right?
So.
And they could drive, and you carry most lines.
Yeah, yeah.
Chevrolet, Buick, Ford.
They're everywhere. So
absolutely.
We're tickled.
Jeff, congratulations on just a marvelous run. This run is going to continue. You guys are going to continue to get better. As long as Kia keeps providing you guys product, you'll keep providing product to consumers all around the country.
Yeah, and know this, again, I talked about this, but we're going into model closeout.
Right.
So if you want a even better deal than normal, we're going to have closeout prices on the 15 models next 90 days. We'll be clearing them out because the 16s are going to start rolling in, and we got to make room.
I don't make a lot of promises on this show, but I do promise you this. I'll promise you, when you get ready to buy an automobile, if you'll come to Martin Kia, Batesville Southside, south of Batesville, and let them figure you a deal. Let them figure you a deal, and then you drive one of these Kia automobiles, you'll buy it.
We hope so. We want them to.
Absolutely.
Thank
Jeff
you.
Zelasco, good to see you, my friend.
See you.
It's always a pleasure. Jeff Zelasco, Martin Kia, south of everything in Batesville.